What's going on, my beautiful people? It is your boy, and we back. Episode 5. 5 of them. Yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all rocking with me week after week as we do this thing here. Keeping it 100 with your boy, Elle. And we still got a problem. I need 320 more followers in order for me to reach my goal of 1,000. At 1,000, I can then monetize my channel and start making some money. Come on, man. You want to see me make some money, right? If you're enjoying the show, I need your help. Call your auntie, your cousin, your brother, your sister-in-law, your co-worker, whomever, and have them subscribe. It costs absolutely nothing, man. It makes no sense that we have over 69,000 views, and probably even more by the time you see this, on my channel in the last 3 years, and I can't get 100 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers. That's less than 60% of the people who actually watch and view my channel that is or is not subscribed. So I need y'all to subscribe, all right? Please, please, please subscribe, tell a friend, so on and so forth, and all that good shit, man. Let's get into the show. What's going on, my people? We back. One more again. Episode number 5. And in this segment, the first segment of the show, I always like to talk about stripping and tipping. And so what I wanted to point out to you guys is this. This is for all my dancers, all my entertainers. Women pay a lot of money to sit in the VIP section. And too many times we see guys, as they take their time through their intro, they work in the crowd before they get to the VIP section. Come on into the light, Harry Ann, or whatever her name was, but come on into the light. The women that spend the money, man, is sitting up front in the front row, man. They spending 50, 60, 75, hundreds of dollars to sit in the front so they can see you. So to give your all or give your whole performance in the audience is disrespect to those who pay money to sit in the VIP. So let's be cognizant of what's going on. Let's acknowledge that the VIP paid their premium to sit up front. So let's get out, do your intro, do your thing, walk, you're sexy, all that, and get to the stage, man. Get on that stage so everybody can see, get the visual, and more than anything, show the love to the VIP section, because a lot of women complain about that, saying that they might as well just sit in the back if y'all not going to work the VIP section. They sit in the VIP section so they can be up close to you, have some sweat drip on them, get a dick on the forehead. You know what I'm saying? All right, now, so with that being said, man, I'm finna bring my next interview, my next homie. We're going to take a trip to Cleveland one time. As y'all see, I'm representing. Y'all see that? They're Cleveland Browns. Born and raised. I'm from Cleveland, man. This young man that I'm finna bring to the screen is also from Cleveland. Professional bodybuilder. One of the most creative, takes the game very seriously. Coldest walkout in the game. We like to call him the chocolate meltdown. This guy does his thing, man, and takes the game very seriously. And he's representing my hometown. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one time for the one we call.
What up, what up, what up?
What's going on, my guy?
What's up, OG?
Ain't nothing, man. You see I wore this Cleveland Browns for you, baby.
Yeah, I see, yeah. It ain't no thing.
Yeah, that's what's up. Long as you ain't got that Pittsburgh shit on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't understand how in the hell you a Pittsburgh Steelers fan anyway, man, being from Cleveland.
Man, I've been a Pittsburgh fan for a long time, man. Long time. I just never liked the Browns. I just never liked them.
How?
Growing up playing football, I always liked that black and gold because the mini league teams that I played for, we had black and gold or we had black and yellow, right? Before I moved over to start playing for the Desmond Howard Saints, we was always wearing that black and yellow. So I grew up liking that color. So when I started watching Pittsburgh, I started watching Jerome Bettis, Roethlisberger, and I just started to like them. The Browns has never been good to me. Never been good. Now, I always liked the Cleveland Indians and sometimes the Cavaliers. As far as the football team, the Browns, I couldn't deal with them.
All right, so let me ask you this, man. All right, seeing that we talking about Pittsburgh, while we there, unfortunately, I had a little small detail. My damn phone started ringing, even though I put it on silent and everything. But so right now, y'all got some quarterback controversy going on. Y'all just got Russell Wilson and y'all got Justin Fields. How you feeling about that?
Oh, that's a big move. That's a big move. We brought on Wilson for the veteran, and knowing that the other young cat is just up and coming, he's gonna be the future. So why not learn from up under him?
Yeah, but shit, Justin Fields feel like he's supposed to start though.
Well, he's supposed to feel like that, but that's not how the team and the organization is going to feel when you got somebody like Westbrook has won a Super Bowl before, and you somebody you can learn from.
All right, so what happens? What happens when Russell Wilson get out there and he's not playing well, and they start screaming for Justin Fields?
Then, well, as the organization of Pittsburgh, man, they always given a chance, a try, and if it goes well, that organization, man, they gonna love it. So if Wilson out there messing up or he can't get the job done, and a young cat come in, you know how Pittsburgh do it. That's who we gonna roll with.
Well, one thing I can say, Tomlin is one hell of a coach, and I always go with the black coach anyway. And that was a steal. I mean, you're getting Russell Wilson for the league minimum because the Broncos got to pay the rest of his salary, and then y'all got Justin Fields for what, a 4th round pick?
Yeah,
and it's a conditional 4th round.
Big deal.
That ain't fair. That ain't fair, man.
Big deal.
That ain't fair. And I like Justin Fields, man. I hope he does well, but at the same time, man, y'all gotta come to Cleveland and y'all gonna get smacked.
I mean, he's still young too, man. You know what I'm saying? He's still young. He got a lot to learn. That's
what I'm saying. To get a 4th round pick, and he already got 3 years in the league to get him for a 4th round pick. That was his luck. That was all love.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with all that being said, man, a lot of people know you as the Chocolate Meltdown, stage bully. You know what I'm saying? Incredible. But I want you to introduce them to Real. I want you to tell them how you got in the game and how you started off.
How real you want me to be?
I want you to be all the way real. You gonna keep it real?
Okay, so All right, y'all. What's going on? This your boy Darrell Bryant. Y'all know me as Incredible. How I got in the game was I had parents that was two drug kings. They went to prison for a long time, so I was left out on my own. I couldn't find a job. I wanted to run the streets. When I left college, it was just like, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? So it started to get hectic for me in the city. So I started selling drugs, selling X pills, selling weed. It was things that I wasn't actually really seeing coming out of it. So what I did was I went on my block. We was out there shooting dice. That's when I ran into Sean Fuqua. Y'all know him as Hypnotic. We used to play basketball up at Woodhill. I ran into him. We were shooting dice. He asked me one time that I wanted to come to a show with him. So I said, yeah, I ain't had nothing to do. So after we got done shooting dice, I went home, got dressed, and we went to Club Togo. It was on a Tuesday night. So we went in, and it was like, it was like heaven to me. You know what I'm saying? It was like a whole bunch of women just out there, just having fun, having a good time, screaming, yelling. I didn't know what we was at. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, where you got me at? You know what I'm saying? So he just like, yo, bro, just sit in the back, just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Most of the women I knew already because I went to high school with half of them. So as dancers was coming out, I think that night Penetration was the first person that came out. After that, man, I just seen all the money flying, and so things just going through my head like, yo. Now this is my first time ever seeing a male entertainer, so I don't know how things is going. I don't know how things is going to go. So as I started to see more dancers come out, I started seeing money flying, just money being thrown, just having a good time. Two of my best friends that I grew up with, which was Renegade and Bolo, they came out, did their thing, and I was just like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, I know these cats. We from the same hood. So I already knew Renegade was a dancer, but I didn't know Bolo was a dancer. So I was just seeing all type of money just flying, man, just going across the room. So they did a little intermission. So Hypnotic got on the mic and said, yo, ladies, I want to introduce y'all my little brother. He's thinking about becoming a dancer. He just put me straight on the spot. I ain't know what to do, know what to say. You know what I'm saying? So I just went out there. And by me already having like a dancing type of rhythm for me being in the hood where I'm from, all we knew about was two-stepping. You know what I mean? I was always in the club doing my 1-2. So that's what I did. And then the women started coming up there tipping me. I made about $50 that night. And I said, yo, this might be the move. So at that time, Hypnotic was the man. So he comes out after the intermission. And I'm talking about women was crazy. Money was flying. Make the long story short, the show was over. We go in the back. All these guys are counting their money up on the floor. Talking about garbage bag, not garbage bags, but like the bags you get at the grocery store. They got 2 or 3 of them. They counting their money out. They got it in stacks of 20s. So I'm like, yo, what y'all do with all this money? Like, who money is this? They like, well, it's ours. We give $10, $15, $20 to the person who picks our money up. They give $10 to Renegade because it was his spot. The rest is theirs. Right there, when I said that or seen that, it was history from there.
That's history. The crazy part about it, man, is your story is very similar to mine. I tried to sell drugs and wasn't good at it. Basically, you know what I'm saying? And then when I realized in life that I wasn't willing to take the penitentiary chance of killing a nigga behind the drugs I was trying to sell in the territory in the block that I was selling on. Mm-hmm. And I was introduced to dancing. And just like you, my very first show that I went to was at the Togo, and I saw The Perfect Gentleman. And when I saw them getting money and me thinking that, because I was always a cocky, young, light-skinned nigga. I always felt like, well, shit, if they getting money, ain't nowhere in hell I can't get money. So I knew that if I could get this money without taking a penitentiary chance, that this was the job for me. So that's kind of how I came into it, man, as well. And I say that to say this. When I left Cleveland and I left it in Renegade's hand. And I told him, I said, man, if you, Bolo, Hypnotic, Incredible, and it was one more cat. Oh, Penetration. I said, man, what y'all need to do is form a group and only dance together and move as a unit. I said, y'all kill the game. Won't nobody be able to do nothing, and y'all can work out and make hella money. But at some point, for some reason, people start clicking up and moving in different ways. Speak on that.
Yeah, we tried that, but it started to be a lot of egos flared up. We all knew that Renegade was the top dog. By me, who I was always a guy who played my position. I was always a team player. Regardless of the fact that how me and Hypnotic was tight and how me and Hypnotic linked up, I always wanted to be have that brotherly surrounding with everybody. As far as me growing up with Renegade and Bolo on the same street as kids, me knowing Hypnotic from playing basketball up at Wood Hill, and just me growing up with Penetration in them throughout the city. So Renegade tried to link us up, but it was just like, Hypnotic and Renegade kept bumping heads. And then Bolo and Hypnotic kept bumping heads. So it was like, I'm in the middle of it because I'm cool with both of them. You see what I'm saying? So even though I was rolling with Hypnotic, I was still working with everybody. But we just couldn't put it together as one. So we always did, like, if somebody threw a show, we'd go rock their show. If this person did a show, we'd come rock their show. But as in being one, we just couldn't get it together. So I basically just played a part as being a teammate and just basically try to help out everybody that I can.
Did you find that being overwhelming? Did you ever find a time that you felt like, damn, I fucks with all these niggas, man, but they just not seeing the bigger picture?
I did. And I say like the first 2 years, it was like, I didn't really care because I was just getting started and I was running wild and I was just being happy that I was around the whole environment. But like around that third year, that's when I started to see that it was really actually some money into it. And we could have got a lot of things done. We basically had the city on lock. I'm talking about from up the way to down the way. We had the city on lock. From every club that we had so many clubs. We had the Club Togo. We had the spot in the flats. I can't remember the spot, but we had it on Thursdays. Then we had the Baby Grand. We had the Broadway Plug. We had the the GP. We had the Kids of Party Center. Man, we had so many clubs, man. We just could never put it together as one because everybody wanted to be the top dog.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. And then, love Renegade to get to death, but at the same time, too, he was somewhat of a bully as well. I can see with Sean, his situation, he had this temperament of ain't nobody gonna make me do nothing, ain't nobody gonna punk me, ain't nobody gonna take nothing from me. So I can see where them two was definitely bumping heads and whatnot. And so ultimately, you decide. Oh, okay, well, let me rephrase that. Renegade comes to move to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. He moves to Atlanta. He comes down here fucking with me. We was getting money. And he was living with some girl. I can't think of the girl's name. And then Bolo ended up coming down and he lives with me for 6 months. Then shortly after that, you came. What made you decide to come to Atlanta? Because at that point, when Bolo and Renegade is already gone in Atlanta, honestly, you, Penetration, and Hypnotic could really truly just run the city. What made you decide to come to Atlanta versus staying in Cleveland and continue to do your thing?
Now, so when Bolo and Renegade left, it opened up the door for me to run the city. And I ran the city for a long time, from Cleveland, Columbus, Toledo, Akron, any spot in Ohio, I ran it. The reason why I got up and left because I needed a new adventure. I felt like I did so much in the city that I basically had my name stamped. I do successful shows. Everybody in the city, loved me. They knew me personally. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, most of the women that was coming out to shows, they all knew me personally. So, and they knew me before dancing. They knew me around high school, middle school. So people that I actually grew up with knew me as the dancer. So therefore, it was like I had the city on lock. But what really made me leave was I just needed a new surrounding. I felt like I had the city on lock already. And then at one point in time, me and Hypnotic kept bumping heads because he wondering how I come up so fast and knowing that I came up under him. So it was like, my mind was just telling me, yo, I got to get away because I'm going to wind up hurting somebody. So I basically just said, yo, I got to go. I had different cities that I wanted to go to because of how I made different friendships with different people in different areas. But Atlanta was one of the top ones because, like I said, I already knew that Bolo was here, Renegade was here. I grew a lot of friendships with a lot of females up here. I grew a big friendship with Flirtations up here because Flirt was the first one to ever bring me to Atlanta. So when he would start bringing me to Atlanta back in the 2000s, I was building relationships. So I said to myself, you know what? If I do move out of the city of Cleveland, Atlanta will be the top one.
Okay. So real quick, for those who know you, but let's get a women who don't know who you are a little taste of Incredible. We had to switch the music up because of YouTube and whatnot, but I want them to see what we're talking about right now. Stage Bully. Let's go. I'm sure the women gonna like that, man. For they like, for all you ladies like a dark skinned motherfucker at nighttime, the one we call Incredible. You know what I'm saying? So now you're in Atlanta, and one of the few guys that really truly take the game very serious. You know what I'm saying? You get to, you get in the gym and you start working out and whatnot. You probably a good 40, 50 pounds heavier than you were when you first moved down here?
Yes, most definitely.
So you kind of veer from the dancing and get to doing the whole bodybuilding thing to the point where you are working out, trying to get your pro card. Talk about that.
Yeah, so like I said before, man, I was growing up, I always was an athlete. I played football, basketball, ran track. I had college offers and everything, you know what I'm saying? I could have made it to the pros, but like I said, man, life was lifing with my parents. and I had a backup, so I left football on hold. Once I got into bodybuilding, man, I just looked at it like as another sport, and it also helps with my mental. You know what I'm saying? If I needed to get something off my chest or needed to get something off my mind, I can go to the gym and just work out and throw some weights around. But actually really got me into working out because I started looking at it like, this may sound crazy and funny, but growing up in the dance game, I got tired of women telling me that I looked like their son. Because I was only like, at that time, I was only like 160 something pounds.
Right.
I was always cut up, but I was small. So every time that I performed, they were just like, you look like my son. You just, you know what I mean? I just kept tired of hearing that. So I just basically just said, I dedicated myself to the gym. I said, I'm going to just pick up like 10, 20 more pounds, and I'm going to just see where it goes from there. So as I kept doing it and kept working out, consistently staying dedicated, I started to pick up the weight, start seeing the results, and it was just like it was on from there. Now, as far as me working out to get my pro card, man, I started competing in 2016 was my very first show. I started to do bodybuilding. I see that I wasn't big enough to do bodybuilding. Very first time ever on the show. So it was just like, I didn't know what I was doing, but I always studied the art of it. Just didn't have no coach, didn't have no whereabouts of where I was going. I just did more studying. So I went on stage my first time as a bodybuilder and placed like number 10 or something like that, somewhere around that area. I wound up getting with, you probably know her. She's a big promoter, used to be a big promoter down in Dallas, Texas. Her name is Keitra Davis. Keitra told me that I had a body for a physique guy. Now, at that time, I didn't know nothing about men's physique. I just knew about bodybuilding because I used to watch Kai Green, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all these top guys that's in the bodybuilding world. So I didn't know nothing about men's physique. So when she turned me over to men's physique, she like, well, you still can train and work out like a bodybuilder. It's just you're going to have a nice little physique where a person is going to look like he's getting out of like a swimsuit edition thing like that. You know what I mean? You won't be as big as the bodybuilders, but you will have the nice little lean look. So when she showed me a few pictures of some men's physique guys, I said, well, yeah, I kind of like that. And she like, well, you can start getting big on the off season if you want to just be big. So that's what I started to do. So when she turned me over to that, I just got into that real heavy. Then she turned me over to one of her best friends that was a coach. Her name is Lavika. And that was my first coach. They started to train me, and I got into my first show with them, and I placed third. So once I started placing at these high rankings, I started to get more deep into the bodybuilding world.
Okay. So do you actually have your pro card now?
Yes. I won my pro card back in 2020.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Congratulations on that. So I would have to ask you, what's more important to you at this point? The dancing or the competing? Because I know it's times where I call you, man, and you be shorting the motherfucker and damn they want to cuss a nigga out. That's because you dieting and you're not eating and you be in your moods and shit, I had you cuss me out a couple times and later apologize. I mean, I'm trying to get ready for this competition, man. So I know you take that very seriously. But at the same time, too, the dancing is what's paying your bills. So what's more important to you right now?
Actually, both to me. It's just me trying to balance the two. Right. Because with dancing, like you said, it pays the bills. And then I'm damn near booked every weekend. So it's like, I have to get my workouts in Monday through Friday because I'm gone that Saturday morning to Sunday, or I may be gone that Friday to Sunday. So I got to get my workout in. So depending on if I'm getting ready to compete, like I'm getting ready to compete now, which I'm about 7 weeks, between 7.5 weeks out from a competition. So when I'm dieting, that's gonna. I mean, the competing is gonna bring in money too. For me being a coach, opposing coach, a trainer, or just an ambassador. You know what I'm saying? I make money on the outside of dancing with my bodybuilding world, because I have a bodybuilding page on Instagram to where I have bodybuilding people hit me up on that page. Or I can make money by training people in the dance world, like how I'm doing now, to make money. So it basically, both of them is important to me at this point.
I got you. And it seemed like you might know what you're doing a little bit, because, I remember seeing Rush when she first come on the scene. She was real slim, you know what I'm saying? And she's competed a couple times now and did very, very well. So I say you did good with that.
Thank you. Yeah, we when I first met her, man, she was a little slim thing, man. She was like 110 pounds, soaking wet. And when she came to me and said what she wanted to do, I just told her to trust me and just work and just dedicate yourself. It was hard in the beginning, but once she started to see the results and started to see the dedication of herself put into her mind, she just ran with it. And then once we got that going, she got all the way up to like maybe 150, 160 some pounds, just muscle.
Yeah, she definitely putting the work in. So let me ask you this. Based on where you started, how things were, and where things are today, what can you tell me that you feel, let's say, not how the game has fallen off, but what can we do to get better? I personally feel like the game has been watered down. We got a lot of people moving to Atlanta. I mean, right now, honestly, just from the local cats, with all the guys that's moved here, we got a big show, talent-wise, locally, that lives here now. So what are your thoughts about, all that, and whatnot, where we were, where we are now, and what we could do better?
Oh man, man. Where we were, it was lovely. I ain't even gonna hold you. Where we were, it was lovely because everybody worked together. They helped out. They did what they got to do to get the people in the building to secure the money for everyone. Now, like you said, man, it's watered down to the point where it's like, sometimes me personally, man, I be wanting to just walk out the door because it's not fun how it used to be. The only reason that I still continue to do it is because I have some loyal fans who still supports me, right? And then I have, like you said, it pays the bills. And when I get for a show and when I make it a show, I mean, I wouldn't leave it, but it makes me want to leave because of what's going on in today's game. Like I say, man, everybody wants to be the Indian, or everybody wants to be the chief and don't want to be the soldier or the Indian to back someone up. Everybody wants to be in charge of something and don't want to wait their turn.
Right.
See, I had waited my turn for years. I have been a team player. I have been an Indian. I have been a soldier for multiple people for many years up until I started to do my thing. So I tell people like this now today, man, it's people's egos are bigger than their bodies in today's world.
Right. I get it. Let me ask you this. You are one of the few that, no matter if it's your show or the next man's show, you seem to pretty much promote the same. Do you think that people need to promote better? When you say that we need to do better, in what avenue?
Promotion, presentation, and just overall, period, just as a unit. How the dancers come in the show, how they look when they come in, how they smell. Dancers are just basically just like, oh, I got a show Saturday night, I'm gonna just go pop up You know what I'm saying? And when women look at men as being a fantasy, they don't want to look at a man where they can see like, oh, this guy looks like he's from out on the block. You want to, when you want to bring yourself in to where you looking good, smelling good, your presentation, man. And yes, promotion is definitely a key. Promotion is definitely key. And I hear dancers all the time talk about it ain't their job to promote, it's the promoter's job. But at the same time, you need to help that promoter.
Right.
Think about this, right? Let's just say we give a show up in Atlanta. If every dancer that's on that show can sell at least 10 tickets to people that they know personally, on top of what the promoter is selling, it'd be a sold out house every single time.
Right.
But if the dancers have a mindset of, I don't need to promote, it's the promoter's job. I'm just coming to dance. Then we gonna lose every time in today's world. Now, back in the day, you could have got away with that. But in this new world, I feel like you have to promote, because a lot of our old school women and a lot of our people who used to come see us back in the day are not around no more.
Right.
So when you promote to the new era and the new generation, you have to show them who you are, what you about, and what you do, so they can come out and see you.
Definitely. Well, I definitely believe at the same time too, people have gotten very lazy. It wasn't nothing for me to pass out 5,000 flyers back in the day. When I was in Cleveland, man, I would go out on the square, right in front of Tower City. I would have somebody on each corner. Everybody came through there riding the bus or catching the train back and forth to work. So we caught everybody coming in and out of downtown. With no radio, nothing but flyers. We used to put 900 people in Veils on the Circle back in the day. And the funny thing is, man, I know your mother from coming to my shows back in the day. So, verbatim what I'm telling you ain't no bullshit. We used to have 900 motherfuckers at Veils on the Circle, all on flyers. There was no radio, no nothing. And it was all behind people selling tickets, passing out flyers. I used to work up and down Miles, all the beauty salons, up and down Kinsman, up and down Chagrin, up and down Warrensville Center, Miles, Garfield, Akron. I used to hit all those spots, all the beauty salons, as well as the laundry mats and the corner stores, you know what I'm saying, where you get the corned beef sandwich at. You know what I'm talking about. I used to be out in the streets, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I built the crowd. And and like you said, everybody was proud to say, hey, we got a show. Most of the time when you had Hot Chocolate was that dude. The Ohio's most wanted. Renegade, and all those cats, man. Even Rump Shaker, when me and him was on good terms. Everybody was proud to say, we got a show. It wasn't, oh, Luscious got a show. No, we had a show. And we would have, like I said, 900 people. Now people have gotten to be very lazy, and they expect somebody to give them the world while they do little bit to nothing. Yeah. And I think that's the biggest problem. We're not looking out for one another, and so many people are throwing shows now that, hypothetically speaking, you got a show coming up, I got a show going on. You will, I'm not saying you personally, because you are one of the few that actually promote, but you'll tell your ladies that follow you to come to your show versus coming to my show. And that's crazy to me. If 10 women come because you asked them to come out, that's 10 women that's going to tip you. They're not going to tip me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we need to definitely learn to work together and stop all that pillow talking as well.
Now, this is what I do, right? Now, we all got to, if somebody got a show all in Atlanta, this is what I do. See, people don't know I do this, but I'm going to keep it real, like your things say, keep it real, right?
Right.
If you got a show, let's say, for instance, you got a show in February, and I got a show in March. When people hit me up, and I showed you multiple times and screenshotted you multiple times that people hit me up and be like, yo, this show right here, and it'll be your show, right?
Right.
What I tell them is like, yo, you buy that ticket to that show, right? To come kick it with us at this show, I'll give you a discount at my show. So therefore, I'm killing two birds in one stone.
Right.
And that's how I get women to come see me personally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I get my ticket sales on. So if I'm doing your show in February, but I'm throwing a show in March, I don't say, oh, well, don't come in February and come to my show in March. I'll be like, well, come see us in February, and I'll give you a discount to my show in March. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I do. Yeah. I want everybody to eat. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I think like that and feel like that, because, like I said, man, being up under my mom, and my mom, or who she was, she wanted everybody to eat. And that's how I got taught. So when I'm basically promoting everybody's things and everybody's shows, people don't realize and understand, like, yo, I take a backseat to my own shows to promote everybody else's show. Because I'm on everybody's show. And I will promote mine last. Right. You see what I'm saying? If you go look at my Facebook or my Instagram, I got more people's shows promoted more than mine.
So let me ask you this, man, because I mean, you do a whole lot of promoting. How do you find the balance between working out like you do, promoting the shows, and then traveling every weekend? How do you find the balance to do all that? I mean, are you married? You got a girlfriend? I mean, what's going on? Talk to him.
The balance that I find is that, for one, you got to realize that social media, everybody is on social media all day, from morning to night. So what I do is, when I wake up in the morning, you know what I'm saying, I do what I got to do, get myself together for the gym. I may start promoting as I'm headed to the gym. I may drop a few links, drop a few flyers. Boom, I get my workout on. I get back around lunchtime. That's when I will go on a straight promotion spree for like 2 hours, promoting everybody's shows that I'm on, every city that I'm going to be in, right? After that, I take a nap, I eat, take a nap, wake up, get ready for the gym again. I go back to the gym around 6:30. I go on another promotion spree. You see what I'm saying? So in between my rest periods, I will go promote. You know what I'm saying? At night, when I know everybody is online, I will promote. I will keep myself in your face all day, every day. So therefore, when I do come to your city, you see women whispering like, girl, that's the one I was promoting. That's the one who tagged us. And I get a lot of that. So when people see me at shows, or when people see me on a lot of flyers and dancers complain about me getting booked all the time, I give y'all the game. I tell y'all need to promote. See, every promoter that books me now gives me shout outs on Facebook, letting the other dancers or the other entertainers know that they don't have to ask me to do nothing because I already do it.
Right.
Soon as I get booked, soon as I get my deposit, okay, what's the color of the thing? What kind of picture you looking for? See, I go take a mad photo shoot with different type of themes of outfits or whatever, and I will ask them as soon as they book me, what's your theme? What's your color theme? What kind of picture you need? Soon as I send a deposit, I send them over 3 or 4 pictures. I send my promo video right there, and I promote it as soon as they give me the flyer. So when they come to the thing and be like, yo, we don't have to ask Incredible do nothing because he already do it.
So let me ask you this. How does it make you feel knowing that you do all the things you do, and you pull up in the spot and you sit there and you witness other guys complaining about where they're going in the lineup, and you know they ain't did half the work you done?
Sometimes I get annoyed about it, but other times I just be like, you know what, it is what it is, because I didn't crack their head on that booking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, all that counts. Sometimes I get annoyed about it. Sometimes I don't, because I done already got my booking. But for people to sit up there and say, okay, well, this person is going this number, this number, this number. And it's like, yo, this dude ain't promoted not one damn time.
Right.
But, you know, people going to run their show how they run it. Excuse me. I've always been the type of person who never complained. I just took my punches and ran with it. Because I know at the end of the day, I know once I hit that floor, I'm going to be one of them guys that the women talk about before they leave.
And I think that also that's another reason why you get the bookings you get, because I can't think of maybe once or twice maybe that you complain about anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you usually on time, except my last show. But you normally on time, you know what I'm saying? And then you actually get on stage and you give the women a full show. Like I spoke about in the in my stripping or in tipping segment, a lot of guys will work the crowd and forget about the VIP section because they don't want to get on the stage in the light where everybody can see them, because they worried about the $2-3 that they can get in the audience on the way to the stage.
Well, I think they just haven't learned from the right people. Right. You got to learn from the right people to know, yo, you dance on that stage, the women gonna come to you.
Right.
I was always taught that. All this, the researching, all the studying, all the research that I have done to see who was the top entertainers, who people I learned from, they never left that stage unless they went out there and float.
Hold that thought. Let's pay some bills. I'm sitting here sipping on some Bomade Vodka. Can we run the video?
Not trying to get under you, I just wish to be under you. She like, what that mean? Sipping that lemon lean. Girl, come here. Let me tear your skin off, tear your body off. Oh, girl, where your heart at? Let me put your heart back. Oh.
Now this nigga then got up and left his seat. Ain't nobody told you to leave, man.
I didn't know you was gonna be that quick.
So let's get into it, man. You've been dancing now for quite some time. Everybody has taken something from somebody. Who influenced you in terms of your style, costume, and everything? What made, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody took, I took something from this guy, that guy, and then I kind of made my own. Where do you get your influence from?
I get my influence from multiple people. I have a list of guys that I looked up to coming in the game. Coming in the game, man, I started performing a lot in Chicago. And that's when I seen Cobra. I seen Shali. Well, let's go back. Cleveland wise, I always looked up to Black Velvet. I always looked up to Elle. You already know. Lush. I mean not Luscious, but Rum Shaker. Business wise, he took me on the road with him a few times to learn some things. Like I said, Black Velvet, Black Desire. My cousin Black and Mild. Chicago wise, it was Cobra, Shali, Casanova. And then once I started to see other dancers from the East Coast, when I first seen Young Rider, when I first seen Black Dragon, when I first seen Assassin, when I first seen SOS, those are the particular guys that I said, yo, I wanted to rock like them, because they had like an aggressive rocking, body rocking type of feel, you know. And I always wanted to dance like that when I first seen it. Erotico, Temptation, quite a few. Dark Stranger, You know what I'm saying? So those are the guys
All the
who
chocolate niggas.
Well, you can say that, I guess.
One thing I did want to.
Oh, go ahead.
One thing I did want to ask you about, man, and if I'm taking you to a space that you don't necessarily want to talk about, because I'm sure it could be a little sensitive, but from what I understand, when Sean passed, you and him wasn't on good terms. If you would, can you speak on that?
Yeah, man, we wasn't as good as we was as when we first linked up. But we did still conversate. You know what I'm saying? As I used to come and fly back home and throw shows, because when I moved to Atlanta, I still was throwing shows back at home, right. And I was still putting him on the shows. But we wasn't as close as we was before I left. We just was keeping it neutral. Yeah. So we'd chop it up every now and again. If I seen him on Facebook, or if he seen me on Instagram doing my thing, working out, he'd DM me, asking me a couple questions about training. But we wasn't as close as we was, you know, before he passed. So when I got the call, man, I was just like, yo, say no more. I booked the next thing, Smoking, and I was front and center.
But
you know what I'm saying? Because regardless of,
did that kind of fuck with you mentally though, knowing that you didn't really get a chance to get back in the space that y'all once were, and now he's gone, and you can't tell him how you felt about him, and those type of things?
Yeah, it kind of did, because it was like, you know, like I said, we wasn't in a good place when we separated, but we always kept a conversation when we seen each other. It just, you know, when I got that call, man, it was just like, yo, I couldn't tell him what I really felt at the end, because I knew one time we had a conversation. We was on our way to North Carolina versus the world, and because Dark Stranger gave me a way to bring the Cleveland guys. So right. By me being one of the top Cleveland guys, you know, I brung them with me. So we had a long talk then. But like you said, man, Sean, I love him to death, man. But Sean had that attitude, was like, yo, I'm not listening to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I hear you, but I'm gonna do my own thing, whatever. But you know, and that was just me, just knowing who he was, just growing up with him, and I just figured that out. That's what type of mentality he had.
Yeah, knowing who he was, it allows you to move differently with him than not knowing. Because
yeah,
he would call me, man, and I remember a call we had when he actually had been drinking that night. He broke down and started crying and shit because he felt like I had looked out for everybody else from Cleveland that was good, and I wasn't giving him no love.
Mm-hmm.
So then I brought him down on my show, and I tell him, dude, you cannot pull out your dick. You can't do this. You can't do that. And what'd he do? He went out there wilding. He was drunk. He damn near dropped the girl. And then I had to chastise him, you know what I'm saying, in a big brother type of way. And he listened. And that was kind of like really the last conversation we really had. I take that back. I saw him one more time before that, because he brought me to Cleveland to host his show, because I told him I wasn't dancing no more. It was at the Kinsman Square. Packed house, and I hosted it for him and whatnot. But we really didn't get a chance to, like you said, I didn't really get a chance to talk to him, man, because he felt like, you know, I did this for Bolo, I did this for Renegade, now I'm fucking with you. Then I left him out. You know, yeah. He was like, oh, you know, you got everybody else down there, but you left me. Why you leave me? Why me? You know what I'm saying? He kept saying that to me, man. And we really didn't get, like you said, didn't get a chance to really talk after that, man. So it kind of hit me differently. Because I like I said, I knew who he was. I would talk him down off the ledge so many times when somebody in Cleveland would do some shit, and you know he wanted to fight off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I would tell him, no, man, that ain't business, man. y'all can't be fighting and this, that, and other, man, because he wanted to slap Crazy Legs one night, and so on and so forth. And then we lost. What's the other young fella we lost, man? Oh man, what's
X-rated? We lost X-rated.
X-rated. Yeah. Well, yeah. So, last but not least, which state do you feel Cleveland is in right now in terms of shows? Because
when you say
only Butter really doing something at this point, right?
Yeah, and then you have promotions by Tara, who throws something every now and again. But to keep everything up and rolling, Butter is the main guy.
Mm.
And Butter brings me home every now and again. Maybe like 3 times out the year, he'll bring me back to Cleveland. And me personally, what I feel with Cleveland, Cleveland is at, man, to me, man, from what I'm used to seeing,
right,
it ain't it.
But that's kind of like everywhere right now, though.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you still got women who comes out to see the guys that's there now.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta realize where we left it versus what we see it now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So when we left it to where Butter had it to where it's like, yo, these women, it's a lot of women gonna come here to versus when we left till you got it on your own now. So now when we come back, it's like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it could be picked up. I think at this point, man, it's just, Butter is just basically just keeping things alive by throwing something every month. Me personally, I don't think Butter profits all the time every month. I just think that he loves to do it because that's his mindset has basically trained him to say, you know what, I love to be a promoter. Because he actually really stopped dancing, period, and just became a promoter.
Right.
And, just put all the dancers on that's up there and making sure they got somewhere to come dance and perform and eat. And I just think that he just loved to do it.
Yeah, well, shout out to all the guys down there, man. You got Cherokee. What's my man's name?
Cherokee, Rodeo.
Yeah.
Sensation. My little brother, Fantastic. Hollywood. Yeah. Lethal is back.
Lethal.
You got a couple of them guys, man. A couple of new guys. Peer Pressure is back. Freak Nasty still doing his thing.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to all the young homies, man. And now we're going to get into the next segment that I like to put on here. And it's called What the Hell? Now, I go through the internet as I'm on Instagram, social media, so on and so forth, and I see certain stuff, and it make me think about it. So I'm going to play this clip, and I want you to give me your thoughts on it, and I want you to keep it 100.
All right.
So good. Look.
Oh,
so much better.
God. Oh, you look amazing.
So much better, right?
Your body's just so tight. You look amazing. Andres, do you mind not groping my girl?
Tendros, you don't understand. He's a...
Boundaries.
My family are doctors.
Are you a doctor?
No, I'm not, but my sister and my father, they're both gastrointestinal doctors. So.
My friend's a gynecologist. You don't see me sticking my finger in everybody, do you?
It's okay.
There's nothing okay about what this creep just fucking did, right?
Damn.
What the hell?
Yeah, he just smacked the hell out of
that. Yeah. But so there is what we call gym etiquette. Yeah. And people should carry themselves a certain kind of way. So you being a trainer yourself and being in the gym, what you think?
Well, for one, his woman should have never even did that.
Right.
That's number one. You was a little too friendly of you want him to touch on your stomach and stuff like that. Knowing that your man is in there and you actually like, oh, lifting up your shirt to let him feel your stomach. 2, it's not. I don't think it's his fault because he didn't know. He probably didn't know that she had a dude in there.
Yeah. Well, I don't believe
So
from the show, and I'm not for certain. My producer, she happened to also mention that she watches that show. It's called The Weekend. I don't believe she knew he was in there. So now it comes back to what I call integrity, because it's about what you do when doing right. You know what I'm saying? Whether your person is there or not, right? So you get women that have to have the attention of a man. You know what I'm saying? So my thing was, like you said, that was all on her. That was all her fault, and she should have not have been in dual face like that, and or letting him touch on her like that.
Yeah, now me personally,
and
man.
Then you also got to think about the fact that.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I was about to say, me as a trainer, I can't do that because they won't know how serious that I am when it comes to training. And it's a lot of women who really don't be wanting to train with me because I'm like a sergeant. I don't care about feeling on you, touching on you. We come in here and get work and work only. You want results? I'm gonna show you how to get them. Or you can just go pay all that money and go get all them surgeries to where 6 months later, you're going to be wanting to do another surgery because you didn't basically just, spent the money for nothing. So when you come in the gym with me, knowing that you come into work, knowing that I don't play no games, we don't lollygag, we don't play around, we don't be flirty. I'm going to tell you get your ass up under that bench. I need my 6 to 8 reps. we can rap after the workout session.
Yeah, but I would have to believe that honestly that you have to have some women that actually truly book a training session with you because they like you.
I don't know. I doubt it. I'm gonna be real honest with you, Elle. I doubt it. Every person that I ever trained has always looked at of the people who I had inspired or who I had trained already to make them say, yo, this guy is for real. And a lot of people want trainers like that. If you basically got a trainer that's going to come in there and touch all on you all the time and act like he's helping you be a spotter to help you squat and all that, you ain't getting no work done.
What the hell?
I see where you're going with it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, too, I have to believe there's somebody that is following you into the gym based on what they've seen. Because I'm sure you cross-promote. Yeah, you're promoting to the ladies that follow you at the shows to also come get in the gym and vice versa.
Maybe. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Or they haven't approached me about it.
I got you. All right. Well, what we're going to do right here is I want you to let the ladies know how they can find you. Let them know what you got coming up, so on and so forth. And,
All right, y'all. Listen, man, y'all can find me on Facebook at Darrell Bryant on Facebook. On Instagram, you can find me at The Real Incredible. That's right, The Real Incredible. Also, my bodybuilding page for those who wants to train and wants to learn how to work out and get their bodies together. You can follow me on Instagram at IFBB Pro Rail _ Mr. Physique bodybuilding. That's Rail _ Mr. Physique bodybuilding. I got a show coming up July 6th, y'all. July 6th. It's called Talk to Me Dirty. I got a couple of dancers from all over the world. 6 dancers coming from different states, man, giving y'all a different feel, different look, different entertainment. Everybody on the lineup is different. Right now, I got a sale going on. You can get 2 tickets for $80. The regular tickets are $45. Make sure y'all get at me, holler at me, how you want to do it, DM me or whatever you want to do, hit me up. I'm always on go, and appreciate all the love and support. It's your boy, man, Incredible, man.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you for coming on here and rocking with me on a Sunday night when you one of your only off days, you know. So I appreciate the club, man. Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns.
Oh man, there you go. There you go. There you go.
And with all that being said, I appreciate you, man. I salute. And
you, man, always.
All right, man.
All right, no doubt.
So there you have it. Another episode is in the books. Ladies, I need you to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend. We're getting close to getting that 1,000 subscribers, and I need the help. So tell a friend, a co-worker, a brother, girlfriend, sister, auntie, uncle, whomever got an Instagram. I mean, not an Instagram, but a Google account. I need y'all to subscribe. Help me out. All right. And with that being said, man, I appreciate you because without you, there is no me. And until I see you again, I hope